No
Was when I
dogs.
saw the sign that said no dogs. I thought, oh yeah, this is really bad. Pottersville
End
is
of the
really
world.
bad.
That is Lisa Yule
Yeah.
dystopia right
Yes.
there.
Absolutely, absolutely. Welcome to Holiday Film Countdown. I'm Jamie Walter, and today we are going to Bedford Falls, New York.
That's right. This film is It's a Wonderful Life, our second ranked holiday film. Hello, I'm Tim Walter. When your midlife crisis occurs in your 20s, be charming and save the town so that we can all savor this bona fide classic.
Our first guest is Lisa Yule. Hello, Lisa. Please let us know what you're drinking and give us a quick thought on It's a Wonderful Life.
Oh, hi there, Jamie. I am drinking Pinot Noir. It's delicious. And It's a Wonderful Life is probably my favorite Christmas movie.
Yeah,
Ooh,
it's a good
spoiler
one.
there. All right.
It's a good one.
It's very good.
And our other guest is Dave Yule. Hey, Dave, what are you drinking? And what's your initial thought on It's a Wonderful Life?
I'm drinking a margarita, very tasty this evening. Initial thought, it's the first time I've ever seen the movie beginning to end. And so now I understand why my beautiful wife likes it so much.
All righty.
And I am also drinking a Pinot Noir like Lisa. And quick thought on this film is it gives us the greatest lesson of all. And we'll talk more about that later.
All right. And I'm joining Dave with the margarita. This is 512 Tequila. And this film is ranked number 2 because it's simply spectacular. The quality of the story and filmmaking is unmatched. Only the lack of holiday themes earlier in the film and throughout kept it from being our number 1.
It's a Wonderful Life was released in 1946. It is based on the story titled The Greatest Gift by Philip Van Doren Stern. It's a Wonderful Life was directed by legendary director Frank Capra.
Frank Capra was a 6-time nominee and 3-time winner of the Academy Award for Best Director. This film, It's a Wonderful Life, however, did not win. It was nominated. It's a Wonderful Life was shot at RKO Radio Picture Studios in Culver City, California, with exterior filming at the 89-acre RKO Movie Ranch in Encino. The dance scene with the underfloor swimming pool, that was shot at Beverly Hills High School, and it still exists today. It's a Wonderful Life stars Jimmy Stewart. Also appearing are Donna Reed, Lionel Barrymore, and others. We will all discuss them and the rest of the actors and characters in depth later.
All right, Lisa, what is your history with this film?
Oh gosh, I've probably been watching this film for 35 years. No joke.
So make a guess. How many times do you think you've seen it? 35?
At least I watch it every year.
Okay. Yeah. So a lot. All right.
Wow.
We got an expert
I know.
here.
When I'm picking guests, I have to guess, and I got this one right
Yes, you did.
in more ways than one. And Dave, what's your history with It's a Wonderful Life?
I married into it. I don't know that I'd ever seen it. I never watched it prior till now. We do have it on every holiday and have since the kids were little.
So that's what, 20 years?
Yeah.
So his wife is a little shocked that he really hasn't seen the whole thing.
But via osmosis and it being on somewhere in the house,
Right.
you've picked up on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not totally new to you.
Not totally new, not at all.
All right. I mean, honestly, I think I've really only sat down and watched this till the end 3 times, which is crazy because I do not know why I did not grow up watching this film, but I didn't. And to me, that's a little crazy, I know. And it has been on in the background several times for me as well. I know there are certain scenes that I'm like, I've seen that scene so many times because, it's been on, but I haven't like totally sat down and watched the whole movie through except for about 3 times.
Yeah, I'm probably in the same place as Jamie. Seen the whole thing twice, maybe. But when I was a kid in the 70s, the copyright had expired on this film and it was part of the public domain and they were showing it like crazy in the 70s. And that was before we had this proliferation of Christmas movies. So it was on regular TV, but with commercials, it's like a 3-hour investment. So for a kid to sit through this whole film,
Yeah.
no, I like the swimming pool scene. But
Right.
that's my history with it. And then I've been hearing about it every other episode for about a year now. So here we are.
All right, well, let's check out the trailer.
Look, who are you? I told you, George, I'm your guardian angel. What is it you want, Barry? You want the moon? Just say the word and I'll throw a lasso around it and pull it down.
Welcome home, Mr. Bailey.
Sentimental hogwash. I wish I had $1 million. Mr. and Mrs. Martini, welcome home.
This is what I've been for.
You see, George, you really had a wonderful life.
Merry Christmas! Look, Daddy, teacher says every time a bell rings, an angel gets his wings.
That's right. That's right.
All right, well, that was the first time I've ever seen that trailer, and it's a little different. I thought, well, before we turned it on, I was hoping it was going to be one of the trailers like in the old movies where they kind of make a movie out of the trailer, but it wasn't. It was definitely interesting with just the scenes and then a little bit of dialogue from the movie. What did you think, Lisa?
That is the first time I've seen the trailer. And I was just disappointed in the trailer. I don't know. I don't know if it captures the film.
Right. So did you feel like you wanted to see more about the film, or it just didn't portray of what the film has given us?
Yeah, I don't know if I were to watch that, if I would really want to see the film. I think it can't give everything away.
Right.
But I don't think it shows enough to tell you about the journey you're going to go on when you
Yeah.
watch the film.
Right, because there's not much dialogue at all. You were just basically looking at scenes, right, from the movie.
Yes. Yeah.
What'd you think of that, Dave?
It seemed to feature the well-known actors of the day, but yeah, it didn't give you a snapshot of what you were going to be in for as far as the movie goes.
Right.
A little too festive relative to the whole arc of the story.
Yeah, the
Right.
real story's a lot darker than what they showed.
Yeah.
It was interesting how they rattled off and went pretty deep on the cast and showed one by one their face and their name.
Right.
Like 9 or 10 deep. And only in like a major ensemble film these days would they do that, like in Ocean's 11 or something. But I don't know that those names were all that big back then. I wasn't there, but
Yeah.
I was surprised how they went into Violet and, each of the characters all the way down to the cab driver.
Right, like we're going to love it and we're going to want to see it just because
Because
these
of it.
people are in it.
But maybe the audience of the day knew who they all were.
Yeah, maybe.
All right. Well, now it's time to go inside the numbers. As Jamie mentioned, It's a Wonderful Life premiered in 1946. This movie tallied around $3 million in ticket sales at the box office and cost $3 million to make. So initially it was considered a flop and pretty much just broke even. But over the years, it wound up making around $60 million when you consider all of the theatrical re-releases, television airings, and home video and streaming. So what do y'all think of those numbers?
I'm shocked at when it was released, it would be considered a flop just because it holds such a place in my heart. And it just, every year, it's there. You almost can't get away from it.
Yeah. I'm surprised that it cost $3 million to make it. Like, why?
Like how?
Because was
All
it
that
the
fake snow.
$1946.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, I get it has a lot of stars in it. So I guess they had to pay a lot of people, but still, that's a lot of money for that time.
Yeah, I saw the numbers for the cast off the top of my head. $100,000. Guess who the highest paid actor in this film was?
I'm guessing it wasn't Jimmy Stewart.
Barrymore.
Yep. $100,000 to Lionel Barrymore,
Wow.
$50,000 to Jimmy Stewart, and $25,000 to Donna Reed.
Wow.
Now, I might be off of my zeros, but it was definitely that ratio. The cast probably was $500K
Right.
for the on-screen talent.
There's nothing crazy about the set. So that's weird that it costs so much.
Yeah, it was in this, I mentioned earlier, let's see, what was it called?
They had to go to Encino.
Yeah. The 89-acre RKO movie ranch, although they were reusing that had already been built out. So the little town had been used in a prior movie.
Yeah. So there you go. I don't know. Still doesn't make sense, but oh well.
Okay, I have more numbers.
Okay.
5, as in 5 Academy Award nominations, including Best Picture. Unfortunately, didn't win any. The Best Years of Our Lives was another film, its main competition, and it won 4 of those 5 Oscars. So,
What was
Lisa,
it?
you might need to watch that.
I was going to say, what was the name of it again?
The Best Years of Our Lives.
It sounds similar to the soap opera Days of Our Lives.
It does.
All right, and the next number is 8. 8 is the number of films from the 1940s in our countdown, and this is the final of those 8. By the way, we only had 2 from the 50s and amazingly 0 from the 60s and 70s. So it wasn't until the 80s and 90s that we started making Christmas movies again. 20, as in 20th, which is where the American Film Institute ranks It's a Wonderful Life on its list of the greatest American films of all time. And by the way, they ranked George Bailey as their number 9 movie hero of all time. 24, which is the number of pages in a pamphlet version of The Greatest Gift, which, as Jamie mentioned earlier, is the story upon which It's a Wonderful Life is based. And 10,000, as in $10,000, to buy the rights to The Greatest Gift, which is that story, again, upon which the film is based. And in today's dollars, that $10,000 would be equivalent to around $170,000. Finally, It's a Wonderful Life has a score of 4.4 out of 5 on Letterboxd, and we'll all give our own reviews and scores later on. Any of those numbers stick out?
To me, 24 pages in the pamphlet version. Like, what size pages were those of The Greatest Gift?
They
You know?
must have really blown it up for the movie.
Right.
There's no way.
I know.
It's a 2-hour and 10-minute movie
Right.
from 24 pages of a pamphlet.
Wow. That's crazy to me. I'm like, how big were those pages?
Yeah, it was rejected originally, so he had the pamphlet printed up and sent it to 200 of his friends, trying to find someone who would make the film.
So I think I'm going to have to watch The Best Years of Our Lives because it won 4 out of the 5 Oscars that It's a Wonderful Life was nominated for. And if it can win over that, it must be pretty good.
Yeah, I
So
agree.
that's going to be my mission now, to go and watch that.
And what was ironic is they rushed to put this out in 1946. They could have waited till 1947. It would have been in competition with Miracle on 34th Street, which won the Best Picture Oscar in that year. So
Interesting.
miscalculation there. This probably would have beaten that film.
I don't know. It's hard to say.
It's hard to say.
I don't know that
I mean,
you
they're
can say
both great,
that.
but based upon what we've found
Yeah.
with our group, according to the Holiday Film Countdown guests,
Yeah, but
It's a Wonderful Life would have won.
true. But back then, we don't know,
Yeah.
you know.
I have not watched that.
That's our number 6 film.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've watched parts of that.
All right, let's talk about how it gets us into the holiday spirit. I mean, obviously it's played at Christmas time, so it definitely gets us into the spirit. But, you know, the movie doesn't have a whole lot of Christmas in it, honestly, until the very, very end of it. So I find it interesting in that way. I feel like it's not like it's playing over the holiday season even. We don't even really know that, you know?
Yeah. Well, so I've watched this so many times, but now with all of you with a lot of intention. And I did notice that I think in the very beginning, when the angels are talking, you see a snow scene with holiday lights, but then you don't see holiday decorations or theme until the end.
Right,
But it clearly, like to me, it is the holidays.
Right.
right. Well, I mean, it's a great lesson too, but I feel like the beginning song, it sounds almost like a cartoon is getting ready to play. Dun, 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 dun. You know what I mean? And I'm like, that should have been a Christmas song right there at the beginning. That's just me. It would have let me have known, okay, yeah, this is going to be a great holiday film. Like I would have liked to have heard a Christmas song, but there wasn't one. And I know we'll talk more about the music later, but just right away, I thought that would have helped. I mean, the tree at the end in the house was absolutely stunning. It was huge and beautiful, I
Right.
thought. And of course, the bell, you know, ringing on the tree. Oh, he got his wings.
He
It was
got
so
his wings.
sweet. He's standing in front of, well, the whole family is standing in front of the tree as people are coming in with the money. I was just like, that's a great scene.
Yeah, but no Santa.
No.
They could have built one hell of a snowman. I mean,
There was so
they
much
missed an
snow.
opportunity there.
So much.
We may not have been able to see it, but, with the whiteout conditions. No carolers. It seems like they would have had carolers in Bedford Falls. Obviously, we don't have like magical elves or
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
It seems like they could have used some mistletoe, though, right?
Yeah, there were
I
times.
mean, it was kind of romance going on, but there wasn't any. We didn't see it.
No, just again at the end, it's Christmas Eve, and we know that. And the town was very sparkly with lights
Yes.
and Christmassy.
Yes, at the very end, you're right. It was.
But other than that,
Yeah.
there isn't a lot of Christmas to notice.
Nope.
Nope. All right, let's go on to characters and actors. Clearly, the lead is Jimmy Stewart. He plays George Bailey. He's a 5-time nominated and 1-time winner of the Best Actor Academy Award for The Philadelphia Story in 1940. He was nominated for this film. He was actually an Air Force pilot who became a major during World War II. And he appeared earlier in our holiday film countdown in the film called Shop Around the Corner. I think it was like our number 35 film.
Not
Yeah.
familiar.
I'm not familiar with that one either.
It's a good
If
one.
you like this, you would like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, You've Got Mail. You
Yeah.
know that movie? It's basically based on that movie.
Okay. Oh, gotta watch it.
And the Meg Ryan store in You've Got Mail is named Shop Around the Corner in homage to that film.
Okay.
So it's basically a remake of that. It's fun. What do we think of George Bailey?
Well, Jimmy Stewart, he's so charming. I mean, he plays this role so well, just like he did in Shop Around the Corner. I feel like he's got the look, he's got the charm.
What do y'all think of George?
I think he's amazing. I think he is George Bailey. I just think he just brings that character so much to life that I think that's part of the reason I love the movie so much. He's perfect. He's got the look, and the acting is amazing.
Right. Yeah, from kind of the courtship to the family, right? The highs and lows, he does a nice job.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like he's acting at all, right?
That's a great way to say it.
What you were saying, Lisa, it's like it is him. Like this is his life. He does it so well.
Yeah, I know he went out of his way later in his career to play villains occasionally.
Oh, really?
Because he just was such a good all-American guy, so you get typecast. And I think he was in some Hitchcock films that way. All right, our next character is Mary Hatch, played by Donna Reed. Donna Reed appeared in about 40 films and won the 1953 Best Supporting Actress Oscar for her role in From Here to Eternity. She was the star of her own successful comedy series called The Donna Reed Show. It ran 8 seasons on ABC in the late 50s and early 60s. And then later in her career, Donna Reed appeared on The Love Boat and was a regular on Dallas.
I did not know that.
So she was, JR's mom.
I didn't realize that either. That's interesting. I mean, she's beautiful. She's stunning in this. I mean, we can see why George is infatuated by her for sure.
Yeah, I think it's part of the magic of the movie is they seem so believable. Her love for him, even do you remember early in the movie when they're at the soda fountain, and she's so smitten with him, and he's so lost in his mind about where he's going to travel that he doesn't even see that this young girl is smitten with him. But it's so believable. Her acting and his, they're so believable that that's a big part of the movie for me.
Yeah, I like the just the early connection at the dance, right? Yeah, that was impressive. I liked her character a lot, even the librarian.
You like the alternate version
Yeah.
of her?
He likes both versions. It's funny. Yeah, I liked the part that Dave was talking about where he's like, well, you're not Mary. That was a little girl. You're all grown up. Wait, how old are you? You know, it was so funny. He's like, whoa.
He couldn't see that coming, huh?
No,
She was a cute little girl.
she was a cute little girl.
Yeah, she's the girl next door. You hope. Oh, you hope
Right.
that's the girl
Yes.
next door, right? And just sweet. And like her mom's pushing her in one way, and she's really holding out for George, even though it was Sam, maybe. Was it Sam?
Yeah,
Sam was,
he was the catch according to Mom.
Yep.
yeah, which I guess I get that. If you got Mr. Potter living in your town, you need Sam. But George proved her wrong.
That's right.
All right. Speaking of Mr. Potter, played by Lionel Barrymore. He's part of the legendary Barrymore family from Hollywood's golden era. In fact, his great-niece is Drew Barrymore. And we'll see her in our upcoming rom-com countdown. And in Lionel Barrymore, we have yet another Academy Award winner. He won the 1931 Best Actor Oscar for his role in A Free Soul. His stage career dated back to the 1800s.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, and then he worked in silent films and was also a director and then an actor. In all, he appeared in over 200 films.
Wow.
So was that tail end of his career?
He was getting there.
Okay.
Yeah. He was a veteran at that point, and that's why he got paid twice what Jimmy Stewart got paid for this film.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So how old was he? He's an older dude in this movie, but
Well, if he was in the 1800s and this was in 46, he'd been at it for a while. So
yeah.
Probably 62, 68, something in
Okay.
that range. I mean, people did look older back then, but he had to be at least 60. What do we think of Mr. Potter?
I mean, I couldn't stand him.
you say, well done.
Exactly. Well done.
I
Yeah.
know. He did play this role very well. I mean, he was just so nasty.
And he never redeemed himself.
No.
Oh, that's
Sometimes
true.
they do at the end. In a modern Christmas film, he would have redeemed himself in the end.
Yeah, he would have showed up at the end, but he
Just
doesn't.
kept the $8,000,
Yeah.
rolled with it.
He stayed true to who he was.
That's right.
No
Well,
changing, no character arc in that
Nope.
character. I mean,
Stuck to his
at one
guns.
time he even said, "They aren't my children," when George was trying to get him to help out. He's like, "But what about the children? They're not my children." I'm like, oh my gosh, he's heartless.
wow.
I know.
He's the archetypical miserly,
Yep.
running the town guy.
Yep.
It reminds me of the guy in Roadhouse. You know Roadhouse, that movie?
Oh yeah.
Patrick Swayze.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Dave, you gotta see Roadhouse. We don't have to podcast it. Just come over.
True.
Oh my gosh. All right. Anything more, Mr. Potter?
We summed it up.
All right. Next, we had Uncle Billy, played by Thomas Mitchell. Hey, guess what? He won an Academy Award too
Wow.
in 1939 as Best Supporting Actor in Stagecoach. And he went on to win Emmy and Tony Awards. Also, he played Scarlett O'Hara's father in Gone with the Wind.
I didn't know that.
That's
So, quite a career. Mm-hmm. Uncle Billy. What are our thoughts on Uncle Billy?
My heart just goes out to Uncle Billy. And you just want to hug him and help him. But he plays that part, again, so believable. I love Uncle Billy.
From the get-go, from the opening scene where he's tossing a few back.
Yep.
Yeah, he's a sympathetic character.
Poor guy.
Yeah.
Great heart. What do you say about Uncle Billy?
I mean, yeah, the character is good. He's in line with George's dad's trying to fill that mission in, and then he goes with George. He's always there trying to do what's right. And then, oh my gosh, I mean, you can't help but just want to pick him up when he puts the money in the paper and then doesn't know where the money is anymore. I mean, oh gosh, you're just like, what? Poor guy.
You know, something they don't explore much, and I didn't notice until this watching, is he's got the crow that it's so close to there at the building and loan. But then at the end, there's that scene where he's got the squirrel, the dog, and there's another critter. And I can't remember what the critter is, but it's like, why didn't they play on that more in the movie?
Yeah, they're just kind of in the background, right? In fact, I think it took me a couple of scenes before I was like, why is there a bird on the counter? You know, and then I'm like, oh, wait, I think it's been there all along. You know, it's
Uncle
weird.
Billy's pet.
Yeah, it's
It's
kind of
odd.
weird.
It was kind of odd, yeah.
Yeah. And having the squirrel and the squirrel was on him, like, like actually like attached to him on his chest at one point, which, yeah, it was just kind of there, but we don't really know why
Exactly.
or how it even got in there. Because I don't know, did he bring it in? It wasn't in there the whole movie.
He just had an office of pets, and we didn't even know it.
Yeah,
Maybe we didn't see his office that much until the end.
true.
They were in there all along.
I don't know. Everyone should have an Uncle Billy, right?
He was distracted by his newspaper, and it kind of reminds me of people now who are distracted by their phones, and they become victims of crime.
Yeah, that's a great point.
So he was a precursor to folks to come.
True, true.
All right. Next, we have Clarence the Angel, played by Henry Travers. We don't have much bio on him. He was a British actor with appearances in around 100 films.
Wow.
What do we think of Clarence?
Dave's laughing at me. I'm going to say that I love all the characters in this, but Clarence to me holds a piece of my heart every time I watch this movie. I think the actor does a great job, and I just love the creation of that character, that guardian angel in this movie. I just think, like I said, it's got a piece of my heart.
Because it's not typical, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not the typical angel that we would normally see, like in Hollywood.
He's a goofy older, what was he, 200 years older,
Yeah.
does he say?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
angel second class, hasn't earned his wings.
Just trying to get his wings.
Yes. He's just a goofy guy trying to do a good job.
Move up the hierarchy.
He did a good job, though.
He did a great job.
He did.
I passed away in it. Well, it's against the law to commit suicide around here.
Yeah, that's against the law where I come from, too.
Oh, where do you come from?
Heaven?
How'd you know my name?
Oh, I know all about you. I've watched you grow up from a little boy.
What are you, a mind reader or something? Well, who are you then?
Clarence Oddbody, AS2.
Oddbody. AS2. What's that AS2?
Angel, second class.
We've seen bumbling angels since then, but he may be the first.
He's the OG.
Yeah. We saw a movie called Good Fortune about 2 weeks ago, and Keanu Reeves plays the bumbling angel, trying to get his wings. Remember that?
Yes, I remember it.
This guy's a better actor than Keanu Reeves. I still enjoy the movie, but yeah.
I mean, I think he did a good job. Again, I liked when he would kind of look up and act like he was having a conversation in his head, I guess, with God or the higher being. And he's like, oh, yes, okay. And then takes George's identity away from him. And it was just cute the way he kind of interacted with no one. But we get the point that he was interacting with a higher being.
Yeah,
I liked that part of it.
that was cool.
I didn't take a drink. That's one of his conversations.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
He's
Coming out-
he
coming out of the
wanted
bar.
to. You could tell he wanted to, but he held himself back. I didn't take the drink.
He attempted to order one, and then I think
Oh, that's
one
right.
came, but he never actually sipped it.
Right. And then he walked out and he was telling,
He was just doing that to be a good, friendly angel. He wasn't necessarily going to drink, but I don't know that God cares
I
if
don't
an
know.
angel drinks.
He was thinking about it very hard about his drink order. As a matter of fact, I wish I would have written down like the first thing he said, because clearly it's an old drink.
It was a rum punch, and the second one was muddled wine, neither of which is easy to make in a neighborhood bar, right?
right.
So maybe that was some 200 years prior.
And thank you both for not ordering that for our episodes this evening. I appreciate that. I saw that bottled wine, and I was like, somebody's going to order that, because we always get what the guests want. And I'm like, that's a tall order. All right, just a couple of others. We had young George, played by Bobby Anderson. He also appeared in The Grapes of Wrath and The Bishop's Wife, our number 29 ranked holiday film. What do we think of young George?
He did a good job teeing it up.
They sure did.
Right, all the character traits, conscientious, kind of focused on the details, the numbers.
Yep. And you truly believed he wanted to be an explorer. Yeah, a very strong young actor.
Lots of life in his eyes.
I thought they did a good job casting him because he looks a lot like he could have been the younger George, appearance wise.
Yes.
And definitely the character wise.
I think he was my favorite in the movie. I like the way he played that whole pharmacy scene, and he was just so good. And I like that he was around long enough in the film that we got to know him a little. Sometimes the child version of an actor is there for like 32 seconds and they're
Right.
on. But I like that it was extended because he was really good.
I thought it was interesting how they had a sign up in the pharmacy that said, if you have a question, ask Dad, before he ran out.
Yes.
I was like, that's weird. I know it was supposed to have been an advertisement, I think, but I'm not sure for what.
Yeah, it was the first time I've noticed that sign. Again, watching it with you all, I did with such intention. But I hadn't noticed that sign, and it
I know, I
it
was
caught
like-
my attention too.
Right. Next time when I watch it, I'm going to really look to see if I can see what it's trying to advertise. Don't you think it's an advertisement?
I did think it was an advertisement.
But I don't know what for, but I was like, oh, that was good placing it there, because then he runs off to
Right.
want to go ask his dad what to do. Even though he didn't really need to know what to do, he did the right thing on his own.
So, Lisa, we know your favorite character is Clarence.
I think I'm going to go with Clarence. Yep.
Okay, yeah, you explained why. I get
Yep.
that.
Yep.
Dave, who is your favorite character in this film?
First time all the way through, it's got to be George. Just beginning to end, first time I saw it. So absolutely got to go with George.
Does he remind you of any of your neighbors or coworkers or family members?
Oof.
Just your
Family
oldest
versus-
son. You could say he reminds you of your oldest son.
Yeah, that would be a.
He reminds me of your oldest son.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I think my favorite character is going to have to be Mary, just because I think it's so sweet how she puts in her head what she wants. She threw that rock and somehow she made it happen. She had the house, she had George, she had the family. She was happy. She doesn't know what his problem was, but but she was happy in her little life, fixing up that little rundown house. Well, I guess it wasn't little, big. It was a big house, fixing it up and making it a home. And I like how she had such spunk about her when he's wanting to take his life away because he can't figure out another option. At that point, she runs out and she starts raising money and solving the problem. And, you know, so I love her character. She's strong, but kind, loving. And to me, she has just as much character as George does,
Right.
you know.
Yeah, and he knew that. He could see that from maybe he was looking to explore the world when he was 12. And I guess it took her coming back when she was 18 for him to go, oh, yeah. But he knew pretty soon when they were staring across the room at the dance.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Yeah, you knew.
I will say, Jamie, that to me, she was such a quiet hero. Like
Yeah.
the first time I saw the movie, to have her work her magic in the end to rally the town, I didn't see that coming.
Right.
So I love that. I love that they did that with her character. And at the end, she was really such a hero.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
Wonderful
right.
writing.
Do y'all have any minor characters you'd like to discuss?
Mary's mom.
Oh, she was good.
Yeah. Her face.
Just listening in and steering it, trying to steer things the other way.
Her and the housekeeper were both that way.
Yeah.
Kind of lurking and paying attention to everything that's going on and trying to influence, trying to guide her.
These are minor characters we liked.
Or didn't like. Did any other minor characters stick out to you?
I know I'm going to get grief for this, but Sam Wainwright, he drove me bananas. That hee-haw thing. I
Yeah.
just found it so... he needed it. It was part of his character, but every time they made that noise, it drove me bananas.
It does. And not only is it annoying, right? I agree. I do not like to hear it. But then he had to put his hand
Yes.
up, like on the side of his head. Like,
It's like, where does
not
that
like
come
the
from?
crazy
That was
sign.
a
He had
th-
his whole hand, like,
That was a 30s thing. I think there were hand motions that went with the,
I guess
the
so.
noises they made.
Born to hand jive? Is that where that came from?
Maybe. But yeah, you were right. That was just annoying.
The character I didn't like, obviously, Mr. Potter. But
Yeah.
Tom, the guy in the bank who has to take his full $242. I don't like that guy.
And it was at the front of the line.
Yeah.
Come on,
It
Tom.
set a bad example.
It tells us a lot about Tom.
I bet he ended up working for Potter.
You're right.
All right. Well, we'll move on. Is there a favorite scene that you want to talk about? There's so many good ones, I know.
Too many to talk about. I mean,
okay.
literally, if you saw the notes I took, somebody else is going to have to chime in first.
Okay. Dave, do you have a scene that comes across?
The kind of the epiphany moment when George realizes the world is lost without him and so goes back to try to recover. That's a neat scene.
My favorite scene is when George is talking to Violet and he's coming up with like how they're going to spend the night together, and they're going to take off their shoes and they're going to walk barefoot in the grass, and I don't know where they're going to go
Hiking,
hiking.
swimming.
Yeah, they're going to go to the lake and we're going to sit and watch the moon.
Yep.
And I just think it was funny, her reaction. She was like, "What? No."
He's like, if only I had known that's how you get rid of that girl, I would have done it earlier.
So you think it's on purpose?
It certainly made it easier from that point forward. He realized she wasn't the right one.
Right. Another one of my favorite scenes is when George, as the little boy, and he walks into the pharmacy to go to work, and he touches, is it a lighter? I don't even know really what it is.
Oh, making the wish.
Yeah, was it a lighter?
I don't know what it was, but
I don't know
he'd
what it
touch
was
and
either,
make the
but
wish.
yeah, he touched it and he would make the wish that he had. It was, I think, for a lot of money or something. And then he'd go, hot dog. You know, I thought that was so funny. And it's interesting because there's a Hallmark movie. And now I realize watching this, I think that Hallmark movie is referencing this movie of, I think it was a snow globe. And it was in a diner. And in the Hallmark movie, they would walk in, and if you rubbed the top of the, or you shook the snow globe and made a wish, it would supposedly come true. And so I'm like, oh, that's interesting. I think they got that from this movie.
I remember that because we screened 3 Hallmark films
Yeah.
from this countdown,
Yeah.
and it was Evergreen something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, that reminded me of it.
There's a scene early on when George is talking to his dad. This is before he goes to college and he travels. And the dad, Peter, is asking George, well, would you be interested in coming back to take over the business? And in the end, you know, George explains, no, I want to travel and do other things. And the dad actually says, that's okay. And George says to his dad, I think you're a great guy. And I love that father-son moment and how the dad is so generous with his son. I'm sure he's heartbroken that he doesn't want to take on the business, but he wants his son to be happy and live a life he wants. And I just think that's a really touching part of the movie.
Do you remember the movie While You Were Sleeping with Sandra Bullock?
Vaguely.
They have that same situation in that film where the boy tells his dad, I'm not going to go into the business, and he has to accept it. And I bet they had seen this.
Yeah, it's just a beautiful moment.
My favorite scene is when George and Mary are wet after falling in the pool, and they're walking on the street, and they're in front of the old house and the picket fence, and that whole dialogue where he's looking at the moon and going on about what his wishes are, but then he's noticing her, and she's obviously very interested in him, and she's got a robe, her robe comes off, and she's in the bush, and the man's yelling out the window. That's just so fun and so well done. I love that part.
Yeah. I like how he walks over. He's immediately going to give it back. And he's like, wait a minute. Wait, I found myself into this situation that, you know, and he's rethinking. I'm not going to just give it back.
Yeah, he's thinking out loud for her sake.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to have some fun with this. Here she is naked in the bushes.
It's very cute.
The old man on the porch.
Yeah.
Youth is wasted on the wrong people.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
love it. And he tells him, stop with all that talking. Just kiss her. I love it. I think one of the sweetest moments, if not the saddest moment as well, is when George kind of lost it. He's losing it at the house because he's losing the bank, basically. And he walks out, and then the little kids say that they're going to pray for him. They're going to pray for daddy. And the little girl was like, please bring back my daddy. Oh, that was just so sweet, and the sweetest, cutest little voice.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, oh my gosh.
If that doesn't get you, come on.
No, if that does not pull your heartstrings, I don't know what will, right?
Yeah, just turn it off now if that's not pull on your heartstrings.
I know. Do you have a sweetest or saddest scene, Lisa?
Well, I can think of both, and Tim mentioned one at the dance when George and Mary see each other across the crowd. That is such a beautiful moment. And then a heartbreaking moment to me is at the pharmacy when Mr. Gower gets upset at George and strikes him in the ear. That is such a powerful, just a heartbreaking moment.
Yeah, having just found out that his son was dead, he got
Yes.
a telegram. And
Yes.
they show a picture of his son on the...
Yes, the picture of his son is next to him, and George knows all this and stops him from something terrible happening. But in that moment, it's just the acting on both sides is so powerful.
Yeah, it is.
Well, and then sweet when Mr. Gower realizes he was wrong, right? Appreciates the fact that he saved him from poisoning the kid.
Yeah.
Right.
Then he goes on to get him his suitcase, his travel suitcase with his name on it, George Bailey.
I know.
That's good. That was touching.
That he never got to use.
No, he didn't.
Well, there is a sequel. We just haven't seen it.
Okay.
He'll get teased.
We'll keep waiting.
I mean, you would think after that culmination with everyone at the house with the money, saving everything, He's got to get a trip. There's no way.
Yeah, he definitely deserves
I was
one.
thinking the regulator was going to say that's not good enough. Yes, you've got the money.
That is not the
You
holiday
broke
spirit,
I know,
Dave.
that was just where I was going.
The regulator had a little bit of a heart because he didn't want to get home to his family.
Yeah.
So at least he had some humanity about him.
Right.
Right.
All right. So we've kind of covered some of this, but let's go into quotable lines. Does anyone have any favorite lines that they'd like to bring back?
I liked when Violet was strutting by the car and by George walking on the street, and he compliments her dress, and she says, "This old thing, I only wear it when I don't really care what I look like," and she kind of shakes her hips a little more and then keeps on walking.
All the guys are turning their heads, and
Oh,
one
yeah.
guy gets almost hit by a car.
Yes. Looking at her. This old thing.
Do y'all have any quotes?
Well, of course, I've got to share one from Clarence
Okay.
when he tells George, "See, George, you had a wonderful life," which takes you back to the title of the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were 7 different titles considered for this film because, as we know, the story was called The Greatest Gift, but there were 7 possible titles.
I did not know that.
I just learned that today. So I have a quote. It's when George says, "The best sounds in the world are anchor chains, plane motors, and train whistles." I'm like, okay, that's still pretty true.
Certainly, I mean, that was big for that time frame, right? Those were the
Yeah.
I bet you were going
primary
somewhere.
means.
Exactly.
Yeah. Somewhere exotic.
So hopefully George got to hear those sounds for real. You get the train whistle, but I don't know about the others.
Yeah.
I just like the old timey quotes. I mean, it just takes you back in time to that period. Makes you think of old radio announcers. The one frittering your life away, paying attention to a bunch of garlic eaters or something like that. It was just the turn of a phrase.
Yeah, we need to bring garlic eaters back as a slur.
Well, wasn't that Mr. Potter? And he said, "You're just playing around. You're being a nursemaid to the garlic eaters." Isn't that what?
Something
isn't that what
like
it was?
that, yes,
I mean,
yes.
it was like so.
Okay, that was,
silly.
yeah.
Yeah.
Who's going to go after you? The onion growers? I'm not scared of the onion growers. Are you? One quote was by, I believe it was by George's dad. Was it Peter?
Yeah.
He said, George was born older than you because someone said, well, you took over the building and loan when you were this age. And he said, well, George was born older than you. It's basically saying he's kind of an old soul.
Old soul.
Yeah.
Yeah, like from teenage years, he was already ready to run a business.
Right. Well, George said to the angel, he's like trying to figure him out, like, "Who are you? How do you know all this about me? Are you some kind of psychic?" And he tells him, "No, I'm your angel or your guardian angel." And George says, "You look like the kind of angel I
Yeah.
get." It's so funny. It's like, oh, okay.
That was good. He was knocking himself and the angel at the
Exactly.
same time.
Well, I mean, he was really down on his luck at that point in the film.
I love that.
I know. He's like, "Oh, I finally get a guardian angel, and this is what
And
I
this is
get?"
it.
Yeah, it figures. Poor guy. All right, well, we'll move on to the moral of the story. What do you think the moral is?
I think it's all about connection, right? Family and friends and doing what's right for each other above all else.
Right? You agree with that, Dave?
I think sometimes you have to have a psychotic break to put everything into perspective.
I mean, sometimes we do.
That's a good
right?
moral.
Sometimes we do.
You need to break yourself down to the most primal elements.
But being back to thinking of our eldest, doing the right thing each and every time pays off in the end, right?
Right.
That was the
Integrity.
lasting, yeah.
Yeah, the integrity.
Well, for me, why I totally agree with what you're saying, but one of the reasons why I love this film so much is because the moral of the story to me is remembering that the little things in life mean a lot to others. He sees that when his life is taken away from him, other people's lives are very different and not for the better. I mean, it's almost always for the worse. And to me, it's a lesson of you might not think that you're doing much in this world or making a big difference, but just the little things, helping someone out on the street, just someone who's sad, giving them a smile, you could totally change their life and you don't even realize what you're doing. And I think that's just a great lesson because sometimes we all stop and, well, I don't know if we all do, but I do. You know, what is our purpose here? What are we supposed to be doing here? And am I doing enough? And I don't know, am I fulfilling a purpose? But then I love it when you think about sometimes you don't have to have your name in lights or do this heroic thing to be making a difference.
Yeah. Take every opportunity, right? Every interaction to
Right.
make somebody's day better.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I know it's happened to me where someone probably didn't even realize, but just saying a kind word or something, it made me feel better when I was going through a hard time. Or so I understand how it can make an impact. And I think that's a good lesson to remind us of why we're all here.
That's why you like Clarence, because he helped him to see that.
True.
Yeah, and along those lines of basically being nice to people and treating them right. Also, staying true to your roots and persevering, not giving up. And when everything looks bleak, forge ahead anyway, because it could work out for you. All right, hot takes. Do we have any hot takes here?
Okay, well, my hot take is that at the very first time that George is experiencing, I guess it's debt at the bank, and all the people are there, how quickly they were willing to give up on him after he had done so much for them, and that they were just going to go over to, and he's begging them, no, don't do that. They're going to go over to Mr. Potter. And I was just like really surprised at how quick they were going to turn their back on him when they're the whole reason that they live in a nice neighborhood. I mean, they didn't ultimately, but there were quick thoughts of it.
Right. They're all operating out of fear.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. He was so good to them.
I mean, I get why they were doing it. They were scared. I mean, I get
Right.
it, but like he could have acted out of fear from loaning them when they weren't really good to pay back their loans.
Yeah, I agree with you. And I hadn't thought about that before, but they do.
Yeah.
Well, but in that time frame, right? That's post-depression. Banks failing was a real thing, right? So that was something that was probably more on the forefront of people's minds, to where they were quick to
Right.
get out quick.
Your old aunt and uncle got burned in the
Yeah.
bank run of 1920, whatever, and we're not going to let that happen to us. So, but yeah, you would think in that small town, having known him and
Right.
known his father,
Yeah, good
that
point.
they would have been more loyal to George.
Well, and that
In the
some of
institution.
them, any other bank would not have given them a loan in the first place. They would still be in the, do they call it slums?
Yes.
Yes.
The slums of Mr. Potter's housing. But because George trusted them and gave them a break. So I don't know. That was just my hot take. I was surprised at how quick they were willing to just walk away from him and go over to Mr. Potter.
Do y'all have any?
The only thing I can think of is at the end when Clarence is taking George back to the town to show him what it would have been like had he not lived, if he'd never existed. So you see the town has become Pottersville, and it looks like it's a lot of debauchery, right? You see the different dance clubs, and so I'm getting that idea. Boy, this place has really gone not downhill, but it's taken a different direction. But what really sealed to me how bad the town was
No
when I
dogs.
saw the sign that said "No dogs." I thought, oh yeah, this is really bad. Pottersville
End
is
of the
really
world.
bad. Yeah.
That is Lisa Yule dystopia right
Yes.
there.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Summed up in 2 words.
Yeah, 'cause
no
I know
dogs.
I don't know if I even saw that, but I remember you pointed it out in the film. I think I totally like skipped over that, even though, I mean, I love dogs. Don't get me wrong. We have a dog. I love dogs. But I mean, it just, that's so typical of
Well, and it's
Lisa
the
to-
first time, again, I've seen this movie so many times, I never noticed the sign, and that just was
Oh,
the
yeah.
nail in the coffin.
Yeah.
Boom.
If there was any doubt about Mr. Potter,
Yeah, that did it.
There
was
it
it.
is. Yep. It's a bad man.
No dogs in Pottertown.
so I have a couple. One is, why did a pharmacist have poison on the counter in the market? What's up with that? It says poison. It doesn't say
Yeah.
like a chemical
Skull
name.
and crossbones right there on the bottle.
Wrong spot for that box.
Of course, it was facing away from him, so
True.
It should have had skull and
point.
crossbones on both sides of the box. And my other take is, I think Hee Haw was the 6'7" of the 1940s.
there you go.
These Gen Zers who think they came up with something new, tell them to watch this film.
That's right.
They're just
Hee-haw.
copying.
Yeah, because 6'7", doesn't it even have a hand gesture to it?
Yep.
Hee Haw's got the hand,
Hand
gesture.
gesture. Oh my gosh, you're right. So funny.
I mean, they always make fun of the boomers. The people doing hee haw, I think we're older than the boomers.
That was the greatest generation, right? I mean, you rattled off what all those people had done in
Right.
wartime. So all of those
Yeah.
characters in the town were of the greatest generation. So
Right.
Yeah, they
kind of
raised
stoic.
they
right?
raised the
Hardworking.
boomers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just put your nose down to the grindstone, do your job. Good things happen.
All right. Well, we'll move on to the parent guide. It is PG. Do we feel like this is appropriate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
I would say the no dogs part would probably make it PG-13.
What would
That was highly offensive.
It was very offensive. But what makes it beyond G? There's no bad language.
A
There's
little
no-
violence.
Oh,
Bride
that's
shaking.
true.
Yeah.
And the hitting of
Oh, that's right. Box his
George.
ears.
But yeah.
Yeah. And
Okay.
it might even just be the content because he's wanting to kill himself.
Suicide.
Oh,
You
that's
know,
true.
like it's,
That's actually-
it's a
Yeah.
little
That's true.
darker. So,
Yeah, that definitely.
because I had that thought too. I'm like, well, it kind of should be G, but then, the content of it, I think.
That's true.
All right, let's do the soundtrack. So the main song through the first third of the film, and it even came back later, was Buffalo Gal, Won't You Come Out Tonight? Written by William Cool White. And it was sung by Mary, George. You could hear the tune in the background at times. It was on the phonograph.
Victorola.
Yep. So that was one that Jamie hummed a little earlier, thinking maybe they should have opened with a Christmas song. It gets stuck in your head, though. It's definitely an earworm.
It's a toe tapper.
Yeah. All right. Then we had Hark the Herald Angels Sing. That was played on the piano by Janie. And she was practicing it when George started to have his breakdown. And then she was playing it again toward the end when things got better,
all is
when
better.
everyone came over.
Yeah.
And then our orchestral score was by Dmitry Tiomkin. He's a Russian, and he's also known for westerns. So films like High Noon and Giant used Dmitry Tiomkin's scores. And then I'll just mention at the end, we have Old Lang Syne by the entire cast as it winds down,
Yep.
Yeah.
cementing it as a true holiday film.
Yeah, it's a great way to end it, I think,
Yep.
with that song.
Any comments on the music?
I found it interesting how Hark the Herald Angels Sing, when Janie is playing that on the piano when George is having his breakdown, it is irritating. Like, even in my mind, I'm like, stop playing the piano. But then when it come back again at the end, it is such a joyous song.
Right.
And it just, the power of music in a movie, right?
Yes.
It really struck me this time how at one hand, I just wanted her like stop, but then at the end it was just a beautiful, joyous song.
Yeah. It's kind of like a thick accent. On an ugly person, it makes them uglier. And on a pretty person, it makes them prettier.
That's going to be my favorite soundbite right there.
Okay. All right. Okay, so Lisa, rate this film 1 to 5 and tell us why. And remember, it's a 4.4 on Letterbox, so it's okay to use decibels.
Well, Letterbox got it wrong. This is a 6 on a 5-point scale.
I love it. Yes, we know you're very passionate
Yeah, I
about
love this.
You've already explained to us why it is, and I can see you coming in with a 5.
it. You mean 6.
6. And Dave, where are you going on this?
I got to give it a 5 because happy wife, happy life. We're coming up in the holiday season.
But seriously,
smart
what
man.
would you give it?
It's a fantastic holiday movie. I'm glad I got to see it beginning to end. No, it's a 5. It's a great story.
Yes, I'm going to have to go with a 5 as well. I mean, it's so good. The only complaint I have, and it's so slight, it's a little long, but it's just got such great acting. It's a great lesson, I think, for all of us to be reminded of. And the cast is just wonderful. So it's a 5.
Same here. It's a 5. I was coming in thinking maybe it was going to be like a 4.8 or something, but it lives up to it. It's not a short movie, as Jamie mentioned, but it keeps flowing along. Every scene has a purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, with the quality of it and the message of it, I would say it's not just as a holiday film, but as a film overall, it's a 5.
Right.
And my only other 5 on this countdown was Home Alone. So, it's in that category.
All right. So I almost feel silly asking this to you, Lisa, but would you recommend this film? And if so, to whom would you recommend it?
Cat lovers.
To anyone who will listen.
Absolutely. This is a film for everyone.
Yeah. I agree.
Totally.
Cat lovers is funny.
Dave, what do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. I can't think anybody who I wouldn't recommend it to.
Yeah, same here. It's for everyone. In fact, I would even recommend it to people who've already seen it. I'd be like, you know what? Go back and watch it again.
Good point.
Because it's good to just be reminded of the lesson. And just like Lisa, who has seen it so many times, and she's still picking out things that she didn't really remember noticing prior to watching it this time. So it's like every time you're probably going to, maybe learn a little something more. So to everyone.
Same here. Everyone, I would say try to watch it with someone.
Yeah.
Because it is longer and it's fun to chit chat during this film. Point different things out to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or to look over and just be like, hee-haw.
Well, and watching it intentionally, I think, is important, right? Because it's one of those that plays on a loop at Christmas time, right?
True.
Christmas Story,
It's a Wonderful,
Wonderful
Life.
Life are 2 that are on in the background in our house
Right.
every year.
They are.
But just like I said, when we were watching the opening, it's like, oh, I've never seen this. So
Also, go see it at the Paramount Theater this December and watch it with 1,000 people.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
That will really be fun.
there you go.
Little plug there.
So, Lisa, what is your favorite holiday film?
This is up there. I've got 3 when people ask me, and this is always one that I mention.
Right.
Do you want me to share the other 2?
Sure.
Elf and Die Hard.
Okay. Wow, that's an eclectic mix.
Every holiday, I have to see those 3.
I love it.
All top 8 here.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Look at you. Dave, what's your favorite holiday film?
Probably Christmas Story. Just the setting. There's a house in Cleveland where I grew up that was filmed. But that's what I think of growing up. Elf, more because the kids loved it,
Yeah.
right? And so we enjoy watching that. But probably Christmas Story is the one that I keep coming back to.
And the people who love A Christmas Story love A Christmas Story. And I like it a lot. It's high up on my list. And then there are those who don't like it at all. It's really weird. It turns some people off. So it's one of those ones you're kind of either way on. But the ones who love it just elevate it.
Yeah.
And I see why.
So, Lisa, would you like to promote anything?
I will. I'd love to give a shout out to a rescue that we've adopted many of our dogs from, Blue Dog Rescue here in Austin. They are an amazing rescue organization. They've been very good to us, and it would be great if folks would give them a look and be good to them this holiday season in particular.
Okay.
We know you've been very good to them as well. And yeah, if you're looking for a dog, what a great Christmas gift.
Absolutely.
That's true.
And we'll put a link in the show notes down below.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for joining this discussion of our second ranked film, It's a Wonderful Life. Please like, follow, and comment on this podcast.
Yes, please share and spread the word about Holiday Film Countdown. Thank you, Lisa and Dave, for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
It was fun.
Great. And thanks to all of our listeners. Next week, we're moving on to our top ranked holiday film, which will take us to the North Pole and New York.